One of the most important, but often overlooked factors in a successful endurance ride is planning for a good horse containment system at base camp. There are numerous ways to keep your horse from an unplanned departure. Before choosing one, keep in mind that base camp is a busy place with the potential for the unexpected to happen, especially for the novice horse. It is not uncommon for other people's horses to become separated from their rider or camp and could come wandering past or even through your camping area, sometimes at high speed. Keep in mind that even the best trained horse can set back or otherwise try to escape when sufficiently startled or excited. Plan your restraint system with this in mind and choose a system that provides not only a psychological barrier to horses, but also as much of a physical barrier as possible. Remember that every system has its advantages and disadvantages, and none are 100% foolproof. The most common methods for confining horses include tying your horse directly to your trailer. Although this system provides your horse with the least amount of opportunity to move around, it is also the simplest and the most inexpensive way to keep your horse restrained. Many very successful endurance horses have spent their entire career simply tied to their rider's trailer. However, if you do so, make sure that you plan for plenty of hand walking to keep your horse from getting stiff both before and after your ride. An overhead tie system. There are several brands available on the market. Most commercial models have some elasticity built in to help avoid a horse setting back against it, but very few will withstand a horse that is determined to break free. You should spend plenty of time at home getting your horse used to spending many hours on an overhead tie. Even if you only plan to bring one horse to a ride, you might want to install an overhead tie on both sides of your trailer to allow for different circumstances at each base camp. Overhead high lines are an option which may be used between trees or two trailers. However, some campgrounds do not allow trees to be used for this purpose. Portable corral panels. Again, there are many models available commercially. Many corral panel manufacturers are also willing to make panels to your specifications to best suit your horse, your planned method of transporting the panels, and your willingness to carry and set up panels at base camp. Lightweight panels have the advantage of being easier to carry, but may not necessarily confine an excited horse pushing against them. Sturdier panels take more space and effort to move and set up, but might make the difference if a loose horse tries to run through them at midnight. Anchoring the panels to your trailer may provide some extra support, but often also results in damage to the trailer from being kicked, pawed, rubbed against, or chewed. Electrical tape pens. While many endurance horses have been successfully contained in electrical pens, remember that electrical tape is more of a psychological barrier to horses accustomed to them than a true physical barrier to an excited or panicked horse. Also consider that hard rocky ground found at many base camps may make it very difficult to anchor the stakes needed for this system. If you do choose to use an electrical system, make sure that the charger is functioning and on whenever there are horses inside. Even if your horses are accustomed to sharing corral space at home, don't do so at ride camp. Severe injuries and even equine deaths have occurred as a result of a group pen failing and turning multiple excited horses loose at the same time. Always bear in mind that while your horse might be perfectly well behaved, another loose horse running into your containment area might well result in your horse getting loose as well. This warning applies to all restraint systems, not just electrical tape fences. The most important factor in any restraint system is to practice at home long before you come to your first endurance ride. This will help ensure the safety of all concerned and help make your first event a more relaxing and enjoyable experience.